Welcome the challenges. Look for the opportunity in every situation to learn and grow in wisdom. Cheerful morning to all. First of all, I would like to thank Lord Almighty for shower His blessings upon us with another pleasant morning. I am extremely happy to have an opportunity to address you at this important moment. Myself, Lieutenant Dr. L. Merlin Dana, working as an assistant professor, cum associate NCC officer in Jera Janapakya College for Women, Autonomous Periyakulam. On behalf of International Yoga Day celebrations of 2 Tamil Nadu Girls Battalion NCC Madurai, I glad to respectfully, cordially welcome the conveners, Reverend Dr. Sister B.J. Quinsley Jayanti, Mother Superior and Secretary, Reverend Dr. Sister S. Jesurani, Principal of JSC, Dr. N. Bhuvaneshwari, Principal of APSC Palani for this national level a one-day online capacity enhancement program on yoga practices. At this juncture, I would like to hands off their encouragement, guidance, motivation and wishes for conduct this one-day program in a successful manner. I am very much delighted to welcome the Honorable, Respectful Officer, Colonel Bibul Chandranath, Officer Commanding 2 Tamil Nadu Girls Battalion NCC Madurai on this special day. He is always encouraging us to motivate the cadets in the field of yoga. On behalf of one and all present here, let me please extend a warm welcome you, sir. On behalf of JSC Periyakulam, in association with APSC Palani, affiliated to 2 Tamil Nadu Girls Battalion NCC Madurai, it's a tremendous pleasure to welcome today's resource person, Dr. R. Kandanathan, Assistant Professor and Head of the Department of Physical Education, College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, Kerala on this special day. Really, he is a respectable person in the society, well known for his accomplishments and achievements in the field of yoga. Thank you for being here and for bringing your energy, ideas and expertise towards this program. Now it's time to honor and privilege to welcome the coordinator, Lieutenant Dr. R. Kalayarasi, Director of Physical Education and Associate NCC Officer, Arulmigu Palani Arts and Science College for Women, Palani, on this special day. Finally, I take pride in welcoming all the respected officers from other battalions, dear professors from various colleges, and my dear fellow cadets and students from all over India for your active participations on this yoga practices. I am sure that you will feel enriched with knowledge on yoga after completion of this program. Dear participants, this is not a lockdown period for learners, but it's a open up period to enhance your knowledge through online program. I wholeheartedly welcome you all once again to this program and hope that you will have a great time ahead. Your presence only made this program a resounding success. Now, let me invite the Honorable Principal of JSC to felicitate the program.
A very pleasant morning to all of you. Respected Principal of APAC, respected officers, resource person, enthusiastic participants and my dear cadets, warm greetings to all. On behalf of International Yoga Day celebration to Tamil Nadu Girls Battalion NCC Madurai, Jera Janapakya College for Women Autonomous Periyakulam, in association with Arulmigu Palani Arts College for Women Autonomous Palani, it is my great privilege, pleasure to welcome you all to participate in national level a one-day online capacity enhancement program on yoga practices on 21st June 2020. Yoga is an ancient physical, mental and spiritual practices that originated in India. The word yoga derives from Sanskrit and means to join or to unite, symbolizing the union of body and consciousness. Today it is practiced in various forms around the world and continues to grow in popularity. The International Day of Yoga aims to raise awareness worldwide of the many benefits of practicing yoga. Yoga embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action. A holistic approach is valuable to our health and our well-being. Yoga is not just about exercise. It is a way to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world and the nature. Thanks to Vedanta dignitaries who made the importance of yoga practices to international level once again by imparting our nation's name to the world arena. Digital India has provided an opportunity for the participants to make use of this lockdown in meaningful and useful way. May this program be helpful to promote better mental, physical and spiritual development through yoga practice. Wish you all the very best and God bless you all. Happy learning. All the best for your future endeavors. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, dear sister. Dear participants, go through the full video and do the assessment. Post your all comments in the chat box of the YouTube channel. Happy learning. Now it's time to welcome the today's resource person to take over the session.
First, warm up and stretching exercises called Chitilikarana Vyayama are introduced, which help to make the body supple and flexible so that they are useful before practicing asanas. Stand erect. Raise and stretch up both hands from front while inhaling. Balance on toes. Bring down the hands and feet while exhaling. Do it 5 times. Raise both the arms in front of your chest, palms facing each other. Spread the hands by moving them sideways to the back at the shoulder level. With inhaling, move both the arms to the front to the chest while exhaling. Do it 5 times. Stand erect. Lift the hands above the head to the full stretch. The back of the palm facing each other. The arms should be close to the ears. Then bring the arms down to the thighs. Do this stretching for 5 times. While inhaling, stretch up the hands and bend backwards. Return to the vertical position and bend forwards while exhaling. Touch the ground with fingers if possible. Come up and bend backwards during inhalation. Repeat this 5 times. Keep the legs about a meter apart. Raise the hands sideways, parallel to the ground while inhaling. Bend to the right till the right hand touches the right heel while exhaling. Bend in the same plane. Come up with inhalation. Repeat the same on the left. Do this 5 times. Keep the legs about a meter apart. Raise the hands sideways parallel to the ground while inhaling. Bend forward. Touch the right foot with your left hand. Then touch the left foot with your right hand. Do this 5 times. Stand erect with hands spread out parallel to the ground, feet about half meter apart. Keeping the legs firm on the ground, twist to the right. Right hand straight and left hand bent at the elbow touching the chest. Exhale continuously during the twist. Come back while inhaling. Repeat on the left side. All twisting should be above the waist. Below the waist, maintain the body straight and firm. No bending at the knee joints. Rotation of arms. Rotate your both the arms in clockwise direction 5 times. Then anti-clockwise direction 5 times. Vrikshasana. Stand erect, feet together. Raise arms sidewards to overhead. Raise on toes. Stretch fully. Knees straight. Abdomen pulled in. This asana stretches the muscles and joints and prepares the body for the various asanas. It is also improves the general balance of the body. Trikonasana. The final position of the asana resembles a triangle. Spread your leg 1 meter apart. Raise your both the hands slowly by the side till they reach the horizontal position as the height. Slowly bend to the right side in the same plane. The fingers of the right hand touch the right foot. The left arm is straight up in line with the right hand. Left palms faces forward. Stretch up the left arm and gaze along the fingers. Slowly come back to the horizontal position without disturbing the legs. Inhale. Then do it in the other side. This asana stretches the whole body, especially the spine and back muscles. Stretch and relaxation of intercostal muscles, thighs, calves, and hamstring muscles. Adrenal glands are stimulated. Massage liver, spleen, pancreas, and kidneys. Slims down the hips, strengthens calves and thighs. Persons suffering from low back pain and arthritis should be careful. Utkatasana. Chair sitting posture. Stand in Tadasana. Inhale, bring the hands in front to the shoulder level, palms facing each other. Exhale, bend the knee. Try to sit like a chair. Your spine should be erect. Inhale, come to straight. Exhale, release the hands. This asana tone the calf muscles and thigh muscles. Strengthen the hip joints. It is good for backache and sciatica. Strengthen the knee joints. Ekapada asana. One leg standing position. Stand in Tadasana. Partial inhale. Fold the right leg and place the sole of the right foot against the left thigh. Full inhale. Slowly bring the hands sidewards to above the head and joining palms together. Biceps touching the ears. Partial exhale. Slowly release the palms and bring the hands in shoulder level. Full exhale. Bring the hands downwards and slowly release the legs. Repeat the same on the other side. Tone of the calf muscles and thigh muscles. Strengthen the hip joints. It is good for backache and sciatica. Strengthen the knee joints. This asana develops confidence. Vajrasana. Vajra means diamond. Sit erect, heels together, palms pressing on the floor by the side of the buttocks. Fold the right leg at the knee and place the heel under the right buttock. Fold the left leg at the knee and place the heel under the left buttock. Knees must be together and rest the palms on the upper thighs. Sit erect in a relaxed state. Gently unfold the left leg, then gently unfold the right leg. Return to Sthiti. This asana loosens the joints and muscles of the legs. Increase blood circulation to the lower abdominal region. Extremely good for the hypertension, sciatica, and gastrointestinal disorders. Gomukhasana, cow face posture. Sit in Dandasana. Bend the left leg underneath the right leg so that the left heel is touching the right buttock. Bring the right leg over the top of the bent left leg so that the right heel touches the left buttock. Adjust the right knee so that it is above the left knee. Place the left arm behind the back, the right arm over the right shoulder. The back of the left hand should lie in contact with the spine, while the palm of the right hand rests against the spine. While inhaling, try to cross the fingers of both the hands behind the back. Exhale. Bring the raised elbow behind the head so that the raised arm, the spine should be erect and the head back. Close the eyes. Release the right arm with inhale and bring down to exhale. Release the left hand. Release the right leg and release the left leg. It is an excellent asana for remove tiredness, tones up the leg muscles. This will help for anxiety. It stimulates the kidneys, good for diabetes. Vakrasana. Vakra means twist. Sit with the legs stretched, heels together. Bend the right leg at the knee and place the right foot by the side of the left knee. Twist the body towards the right side and take the left hand over the right knee and catch the right big toe. Place the right hand behind the trunk and keep the right palm on the floor and look towards the right side. Release the left hand and keep it by the left side on the floor. Unfold the right leg and keep it by the side of the left leg. This asana enhances lower back's flexibility, maintains health of the spinal nerves, massages spleen, liver, pancreas, intestines and bladder, activates the gonads, enhances secretion of pancreatic juice, good for constipation, dyspepsia, diabetes, kidney problems, enlarged and congested liver and spleen, rheumatism of back muscles, pain in hip joints, obesity and gastritis, reduces girth in the abdomen. Hernia patients should avoid this asana. Padmasana. Padma means lotus. Sit in Dandasana. Slowly bring the right leg and place it on the left thigh. The heel of the right thigh should as much as possible touch the groin. Slowly bring the left leg and place it on the right thigh. The heel of the left foot should as much as possible touch the groin. Keep the hands straight and rest them on your knees. Touch your thumb with your index finger and spread out the other fingers close to each other, thus forming Chin Mudra. Slowly release the mudra and release the legs. Padmasana is used for meditation and for pranayama practice. It develops the physical and mental stability. It relieves the stiffness of joints. Severe arthritis patients should do carefully. Makarasana. Makara means crocodile. Keep the legs apart, heels facing each other, toes facing outwards. Fold the right hand and place the right palm on the left shoulder. Then similarly, keep the left palm on the right shoulder. Keep the chin on the point where the two arms cross. This asana gives relaxation to the entire body. This posture is useful for many ailments caused by tensions like hypertension and insomnia. Bhujangasana, serpent posture. Bhujanga means serpent. In the final position of the posture, the body looks like a serpent when it raises the hood. Lie down on the prone with the hands above the head, keeping straight alongside the head, resting the palms on the ground, touching the chin on the floor, and legs together, soles facing up. Keep the body from toes to head in a straight line. Bend both the elbows and place the palms on the floor by the side of the last rib bone. Slowly lift the head and then raise the chest. Feel the weight of the body at the lumbar region. Bring the chest and head down, touching the floor with the chin. Release the hands and place them above the head region on the floor. Come back to the normal position. This asana tone up all the 31 pairs of spinal nerves. Good for back pain due to overstrain work, neck pain, cervical spondylitis, hunchback, bronchitis, asthma, digestive disorders, reduction of the abdominal fat, improves digestion and bowel action. Persons suffering from hernia and hypertension should avoid this asana. Salabhasana. Salabha is a name of the insect called locust. In the final position, body looks like a locust. Lie down on the prone with the hands above the head, keeping straight alongside the head, resting the palms on the ground. Make the fist and place it under the root of the thigh. Raise both the legs together up from the waist. Return to normal position. This asana complements the results of Bhujangasana. Hips, lumbar region, pelvic, abdominal, thighs, kidneys and legs are toned up. Activate pancreas. Useful in combating constipation, gastritis, diabetes and lumbago. Persons suffering from urinary tract disorders, hernia and hypertension should avoid this asana. Dhanurasana, bow posture. Dhanur means bow. In the final position of the posture, the body looks like a bow. Lie down on the prone with the hands above the head, keeping the straight alongside the head, resting the palms on the ground. Fold the knees and hold the respective foot. Raise the head, chest and also thighs by tugging the hands and legs so that the spine is arched backwards like a bow. Look up. Return to normal position. This asana slims and activates body. Abdominal fat is reduced. Good for breathing problems, back pain, diabetes, gastrointestinal problems and improves digestion. Hernia patients and hypertensives should avoid this asana. Uttana Padasana, straight leg raising. Partial inhale, raise both the legs together up to 45 degrees from the ground. Full inhale, raise the legs up to 90 degrees and place the hands by the side of the body, maintaining the posture. This asana tones up the pelvic organs, reduce the tummy. Good for varicose veins, constipation and menstrual disorders. It balances the mind. Navasana, boat posture. The body looks like a boat. Partial inhale, raise the both legs 45-degree level. Full inhale, slowly lift the body upward. Hand should be at the shoulder level. Exhale slowly, bring the head downwards. Full exhale, bring legs downwards. The back muscles and vertebrae are stretched and kept healthy. Flexes and stretches abdominal muscles. Strengthen the abdominal muscles. Sarvangasana. By the practice of this asana, the health of all parts of the body is maintained. This is achieved by toning and balancing the functioning of the thyroid. Raise both the legs together up to 45 degrees from the ground. Further, raise the legs up to 90 degrees and place the hands by the side of the body. Raise further the buttocks and the trunk, taking the support of the arms and the elbows by firmly placing the elbows on the ground, and support the back with both the palms. Keep the leg parallel to the ground. Keep the trunk and legs in the straight line by supporting the trunk on the shoulders. Keep the head on the floor. Slowly come back to normal position. Maintains healthy thyroid and thereby general health. Good in treating varicose veins, piles, hernia, faulty thyroid ailments, constipation, and menstrual disorders. Memory develops by this asana. Good for concentration and balance of mind. Those with hypertension, lumbago, slip disc, and cervical spondylosis should avoid. Chakrasana, wheel posture. This asana clear the respiratory tract. Patients of hypertension and cervical spondylitis should avoid this asana. Start with supine position. Bend the knees and place the heels closer to the buttocks. Place your palms by the side of the respective ears by bending the elbows. Inhale. Lift the body up above the ground and balance on the palms and feet. Slowly return to lying position. This asana builds strong biceps, calves, and a flexible back. Stimulates the nerves of the spine. One of the powerful back bending posture. Kapalabhati. Sit comfortably in Padmasana or Siddhasana with an erect spine. A deep inhalation. Exhale forcefully using abdominal muscles. Inhale passively by relaxing the abdominal muscles. Repeat as quickly as possible, starting with 60 strokes per minute and increasing gradually up to 120 strokes per minute. There is no holding of the breath. Chandranuloma Viloma. Here the inhalation and exhalation are through left nostril, that is Chandranadi only. Right nostril is kept closed all the time. This is one round. Complete 10 rounds. Surya Anuloma Viloma. In this, inhalation and exhalation are carried out through the right nostril, that is Surya Nadi only, keeping the left nostril closed all the time. This is one round. Complete 10 rounds. Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. The Nadi Shuddhi is similar to Anuloma Viloma, with the difference that inhalation and exhalation are done through alternate nostrils. Close the right nostrils with the thumb of the right hand. Inhale slowly, steadily, and deeply, as long as possible. Follow the entire course of the breath by feeling the movement of air. Do not hold the breath inside. Release the right and close the left nostril with the little and ring fingers of the right hand and breathe out the right nostril. Again, breathe in through the right nostril and then breathe out through the left nostril. This forms one round of Nadi Shuddhi. Early morning and late evening are good for this practice. To start with, one can have 9 rounds of Nadi Shuddhi Pranayama. Anuloma Viloma and Nadi Shuddhi are the foundations for the practice of good pranayama. Savasana. Sava means corpse. The final position of the body resembles a corpse. Lie down on the floor like a dead body. This is called Savasana. After completing asanas or pranayama, everyone should practice this Savasana for 3 to 5 minutes. Spread your feet apart and hands apart from the body. Adjust the parts of the body in their most comfortable positions, which may differ for different practitioners. The aim of the practice of the asana is to systematically relax all the body parts and internal organs. This savasana strengthens and tones up the entire system. All the muscles and joints get relaxed. Savasana is extremely useful in managing the psychosomatic ailments like hypertension, tension headaches, and all the psychosomatic problems. Savasana can be practiced by all irrespective of age and physical status. Maintain slow, deep, relaxed, rhythmic, and synchronized breathing throughout the practice.
Very good morning to all. I am Lieutenant Dr. R. Kalairasi, Associate NCC Officer and Director of Physical Education at Arulmigu Palani Andava Arts College for Women, Palani. I am very happy to see you all. I hope you are all enjoyed this yoga session. I feel so proud to meet you all in this auspicious day, International Yoga Day on 21/6/2020. First and foremost, I wholeheartedly thank our Madam Principal, Dr. N. Bhuvaneshwari of Arulmigu Palani Andava Arts College for Women, for her valuable support to conduct this program. And I also thank the management of Jayaraj Annabhagyam College, respected Reverend Sister Dr. Queensley Jayanti, and respected Principal Madam Dr. Jesurani, and my co-coordinator Dr. N. Merlin Diana for giving me this opportunity to conduct this enhancement program. And I am glad to thank our commanding officer Colonel Bibul Chandranath sir for his valuable support throughout this program. I express my sincere thanks to the resource person Dr. R. Kantanathan, Assistant Professor, Head of the Department in charge, College of Veterinary and Animal Sciences University, Pukot, Wayanad, Kerala, for his wonderful practical session. And I must thank wholeheartedly for your dedicated work. Thank you very much, sir. Once again, respected officers and my dear cadets and students, you must do this practice regularly with your family members to lead a healthy life in future. Once again, I thank you all. Thank you. Jai Hind.